So, a couple of days ago, I posted this on Facebook. Good news from the CAT scan this morning. Whatever the thing growing in my brain is, it's likely not cancer that started elsewhere. Linda and I later that day got some additional expert advice that wasn't so unabashedly positive. It turns out that if I had some sort of cancer that started in my torso and migrated up to my brain, that might have actually been the good news. That kind of cancer apparently is much easier to treat successfully than the worst case scenario for a primary brain tumor called a GBM. And that is also one of my very possible, perhaps even likely, outcomes. But there's no sense putting the cart before the horse. They now have the 3D MRI to use as a GPS on where to cut, and they'll extract what they can of the offending material, run a biopsy, and then we'll know. The best news I do have to share at this point is that the people at Summa Health are doing a terrific job for me, especially over the holidays. And I'm already scheduled for surgery on Monday the 6th. In medical terms, that's warp speed, given the number of tests and so on I needed. Undoubtedly, this is because the MRI data from Germany on December 19th shows the tumor has grown by about 40% since then. So, why record this video now? Because there is a fairly wide spectrum of possible outcomes, and I had something to say before spinning that big wheel of fortune to find out which one awaits me. There is a sign in my in-laws' house reading, "Friends are the family one finds along the way." In my own case, I have so few actual blood relatives that reading that sign always brought a smile to my lips. Not to get all mushy, but if I've sent you the link to this video, it has become at some point in my life you A, made me glad to be alive, and B, made me glad you were my friend. Now let's face it, this is sort of a video form letter. This same video is going to be seen by my closest personal friends for multiple decades, as well as friends whom I only met for the first time in October doing my War of the Worlds project. From next door to New Zealand, and from Okhtarbukti to Zimbabwe, I've been blessed with friends all over the globe. But this upcoming surgery is no joke. There's a small and yet very real chance that I won't leave the operating table alive. There's also a small yet real chance that once they get in there and start rooting around, the Bud Grasky leaving the operating room won't exactly be the same Bud Grasky who entered. And that's the real reason I'm sending you this message. I've had a great life, and it was made all the more wonderful because you were in it. So before I ran even the tiniest risk that I might lose some of those memories, I wanted you to know just what they meant to me. So wish me luck on Monday. So far, my life has been characterized by narrow escapes from the consequences of my own stupidity and totally undeserved second and third chances at happiness. If that luck holds, I'll be back with worse puns and more tortured metaphors than ever. If it doesn't, thanks for everything. You're the best.